Church leaders say that, yes, we know God is not a man, but we call him he, Father, because that's what Jesus called him. And quite honestly, we just do what Jesus does. Guys, this is Laura Farhi. Welcome to the Spiritually Homesteading Podcast. Well, this is the summary of the podcast, which you can find over on Apple or Spotify. Just search for Spiritually Homesteading. You'll be able to find the title of this video there, as well as others that are like it that might pique your interest. I help the black sheep and the spiritually curious lose their religion and keep their Jesus. So if you're looking to declutter Christianity, just subscribe to this channel so I can help reorganize your faith with you. We all know that God is not a man, but then why does it feel so weird when we call him a woman? Let's talk about that. Church leaders say that, yes, we know God is not a man, but we call him he, Father, because that's what Jesus called him. And quite honestly, we just do what Jesus does. And there's nothing wrong with that mode of thinking. However, sometime when we get so concrete in our thinking, we miss out on some of the other ideas of how we could relate and understand how we relate to God. If I were to say that a girl dad is different than a boy dad, you would agree with that, right? I've talked about this before about whether or not the term father impacts the way that we see God. And I've talked about, generational trauma and how we're unpacking some of the unhealthy ways that children may have been parented in the past and how that impacts the psyche of the adult in the future. But I do think that that still continues to carry over into the church and into our trauma that we feel from the church. One of the things that Paul did a really good job of in the New Testament was making sure that he reached out to people based on their cultural understanding of things, meeting them where they are culturally so that they could understand where he was coming from spiritually. So when we think about how we talk about God and the type of gender language that we use, I think it's important to be mindful of the type of relationships that people might have with their father or with the idea of a father. All right, guys, that is it for today. Thank you for watching. Make sure you hit that little notification bell. I put out new videos every Monday. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, questions below, I will see you all next time, okay? All right, peace, love, and Jesus. Boop.